Honorable Cabinet Ministers, we have come a long way in the first phase of our Centennial Plan. We've advanced in almost every issue area. Happiness, as just one example, we have gone from 21st in the world to 10th, nearly doubling our global ranking. But as you can see, where we've made the greatest strides is in our global education system, in knowledge and innovation. Interestingly, in 2018, these were identified as our weakest links in terms of global competitiveness. So what changed between then and now? Well, phase one saw the good, the bad, and the ugly of artificial intelligence. It threatened to jeopardize our entire economy and education system by making conventional teaching methods and positions replaceable. But the UAE saw this as an opportunity. We created a knowledge-based economy using AI as the catalyst. And how did we do this? Well, the old model was a linear model with a tremendous amount of waste. Students were treated as databases. Teachers imparted knowledge onto students who were expected to retain it. But I think we can all remember a time when we were expected to retain information but forgot it very quickly. Robots don't do that. So we had to reimagine the way that our education system would look. There was also a tremendous waste in human capital in this system. Students engaged with projects and conducted research, but most of it was duplicated from one year to the next, and indeed thrown into the garbage at the end of the semester, rather than being put to work in real communities. Those work hours were wasted. And further, in this model, there's no opportunity for students to be valued for their participation in civic, political, and economic life. Yet, when they reach adulthood, they're wholly criticized for their inability to engage with those structures. So, AI changed all of that. It provided us with quick access to a whole world full of records and data, so students didn't need to just retain information anymore. In fact, nobody did. We could focus instead on building the things that make us human, our creativity, our ingenuity. This was an opportunity to reimagine our education system, so we closed the loop and captured that lost human capital. Now, students work on assignments with real-world actors, coming up with real-world solutions to real human and economic development problems. And because of AI, we don't have to duplicate our information anymore. We developed an AI to facilitate this education reform, and in the early years, this looked a bit like a matchmaking service for students and potential employers, but over time, it developed into a whole open data portal to be used by government, by business, by students and teachers. And indeed, it learned to identify unique student qualities and strengths, enhancing them through targeted curriculum, activities, and opportunities. The old model was a one-size-fits-all model, and many people simply didn't fit. Again, a tremendous waste of potential. Now, school in the UAE is not treated as a training ground for the real world. It is the real world. And students are putting their hard work into creating real solutions for economic and human development problems. This opportunity for self-actualization has many benefits. First, we've seen our unemployment and underemployment plummet because students have been able to enhance the qualities that make them special and unique. Further, they have a renewed sense of purpose and agency because their work isn't being thrown into the shredder anymore at the end of the semester, but instead creating tangible impacts for real communities. Both of these things together have enhanced our collective happiness. Our governance is also improved. We've known for a long time that participation enhances public trust in institution, and indeed, this is the case in the UAE, where we have seen youth engagement in political life at the highest rate that it has ever been, and indeed among the highest rates in the world. And lastly, of course, this innovation has created a sustainable knowledge-based economy that gets us closer and closer every day to a future where 0% of our GDP comes from non-renewable resources. Our next steps are to integrate the reskilling of workers into this process, whose positions have been jeopardized by the advent of AI. Using smart technology, practice, and partnerships, to grow professionalism, career skills, and usable solutions, we're now on track to become the world's #1 education system by 2071, and we have solidified our position as the world's innovation hub. Thank you.